Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hi guys, good morning.
Morning, Miss.
Okay, we meet again with me, Miss Bella. Today our material is social mobility. We continue our material last week. Do you know about social mobility?
No.
Okay,
No, ma'am.
I will give you explanation about social mobility.
Yes, ma'am.
The definition of social mobility is defined as the movement one of social status to another. Okay, for the next is about the kinds of social mobility. There are two kinds. The first is horizontal social mobility and vertical social mobility. For the horizontal social mobility is a transfer of social status that will not change social status. And for the vertical social mobility is the transfer of social status to another social status that is not equal. For the kinds of social vertical mobility, there are two. There are social climbing and social sinking. For the social climbing is increase in social status from lower to higher. For the social sinking, lower social status. There are two factors for social mobility, supporting and obstacle. For the first is factors that supporting social mobility. There are 5: structural, individual, economic, politic, and population. Structural. This factor is related to a person's opportunity to occupy a position and the ease of obtaining it. In Indonesia, the community structure is very open, so your chance to occupy various high positions such as manager and even president. For individual, if this factor is related to the quality of the individual in terms of attitude, knowledge, and skills. Humans are born into the social status of their parents. Well, if a person is not satisfied with the social status, he can try to achieve a higher social status. However, they must be educated first in order to become a qualified individual. The next is economy. If the economic situation in society tends to be good, then social mobility can be realized. Good economic conditions make it easy for people to obtain capital, education, and other opportunities. However, if the economic conditions are bad, people will have limited income. The next is politics. This one factor is very dependent on the political situation of a country. The unstable state of the country will affect its security condition. For the last is population. This increase can narrow residential areas and even increase poverty. Therefore, population problems like this encourage individuals and the government to direct people to migrate to other areas so that social mobility occurs. For the factors that obstacle social mobility, there are 3. The first is poverty, discrimination, and stereotype gender. For the poverty, people who experience poverty will find it difficult to achieve certain social status. One of the cause of poverty is low education. For the next is discrimination. Discrimination is differentiating treatment against others for reasons of different nationalities, ethnic, races, religion, and groups. This kind of discriminatory treatment is not very good. In addition to causing conflict, it can also obstacle social mobility. For the last is gender stereotype. Differentiating the characteristic and social position of men and women, such as having the view that men are higher than women, can also obstacle social mobility. For the example, the view that women don't need to be highly educated, after all it's the husband who works. Such behavior can obstacle of person achievement and opportunities for mobility in order to increase his social status. For the impact of social mobility, there are positive and negative. For the positive impact, the first is improve social integration. The second is speed up the rate of social change, and the last is encouraging someone to go advance. For the negative impact, the first is conflict occurrence, the second is psychological disorder, and the last is the emergencies of problems in a relationship. Okay guys, here I'm going to show you how to play quiz on quizzes. I have to share the link on our WhatsApp group, and the first we go to link, and we can choose live quiz or for an assignment. Then we choose live quiz, classic. We check setting for our quiz. If is it clear, wait a minute, then the link quiz is ready to use. We can share through the link or enter the code.
Mulai merah usah.
Ya wes, ora usah, ya wes, ngapa sih kok?